I'm Richard from Keane and I play the drums.
I'm Tim and I play the piano.
And I'm Tom and I sing, and we have just flown in from Berlin. Yes.
We played a gig last night, which was really cool, so yeah, good fun.
The annoying thing is that you get to visit so many amazing cities, but you never quite get enough time to check them out and rest and relax there. But I'm sure we'll get that chance in the future. It's nice to just play to new audiences and have that opportunity. So we've had a pretty good time actually, haven't we?
You get a flavour for what the city's like, and you get to see a lot of these places. So it is really exciting actually. So we're going to a lot of places for the first time in our lives. So it's quite a privilege to be suddenly travelling around the world.
Mostly small venues, but I mean it's great because they're so sort of hot and sweaty, and we love those gigs. I mean, almost probably more than the bigger ones in a way, because I don't know, the atmosphere is always so great and close, and if people are loving it, you really feel it. If they're not liking it, you probably feel it as well.
Sometimes if you're playing a bigger gig, you're up on, quite high up on a stage and there's a barrier and security people and all that, but in these little clubs, sometimes there isn't really much of a stage and, people are just standing there. There might not be a barrier or whatever. Last night, somebody nicked Tim's water because they were really hot, and that's really cool because, it's nice that they can actually do that because they're that close. So, fair enough, it was pretty hot, so, got a drink.
A lot of the things that you pick up probably aren't that noticeable from gig to gig, but you just learn from experience, really. I think we're desperate to try and make it as exciting as possible for people when they come and see us, and visually as well as musically. We just capped off our UK tour with a gig at the Forum at the beginning of last week or something, which was pretty great actually, because suddenly we've gone from playing to a couple of hundred people to playing to a couple of thousand, and there's just there seemed to be a lot of love in the room. The album came out that day, and people already seem to have learned a few of the tracks, and it was just a really good gig, and it's a great place to play it. People were kind of into it, but it could have gone either way, and then suddenly it just all came together and really kicked in. It was a great gig for us, I think.
It feels great. I mean, yeah, it's just been such a long wait for us. It was time, years and years of sort of dreaming of that happening, and it's hard to describe what it was like, just a real thing that you could hold in your hands, or you could go into a shop and see it, which I'm sure we all did, just to go and look at it and go, there it is. I don't know, it was, like Tom was saying before, it was such a kind of magical day, and doing the gig at the Forum. I think, we'd been waiting and sort of expecting that day for so long that you would kind of expect it to be an anticlimax, just because it could never live up to all our hopes, but actually it was probably even better than we could have ever hoped.
I suppose we listened to the Beatles a lot, and we were very into the Beatles, I seem to remember, at the time when we first started the band, and just the whole sort of mystery of having a record out in the shops and being on the radio and all these things. You have to pinch yourself sometimes. It really is like living a dream, and that sounds like a cliche, but it is. It's fantastic.
Well, we've been told that the Quart Festival is really magical. It's right on the coast, and it's supposed to be a favourite amongst bands that play at loads of festivals. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that. But playing at Glastonbury is insane. That's an ambition that probably every band has.
We seem to have a really good following in Germany. We've played there quite a few times now, actually, and it's been into to get going. It's really, I think the best thing about the European festivals is that it will be a chance to play to lots of people who haven't maybe heard us before, which is it's a great thing to just be able to thrust your music on a sort of unknowing public. So that'll be great fun. But yeah, Germany will probably be one of the highlights.
I'm looking forward to, I think the festival is Independiente in Italy. We have this website, sort of message board forum thing, and we've had a lot of people that, sort of saying, oh, please come, and play in Rome, or please come and play in Italy. Fuji Rock, is one of those sort of festivals that, even is, you know, just a guy in the countryside in England you read about and you hear about. So to actually be going there to play is, you know, it's another one of these things that you just think, God, wouldn't it be cool if we could do that? And we're doing it.
I can't wait to go to Australia. It's just one of those places that seems so far away, yet seems probably a bit like home when you get there. I think they'll quite like our music out there. I hope they will anyway. It'd be nice to go and see the Neighbours set as well. God, listen to me.
But it's true. It is actually true.
I'm afraid I'm a deeply obsessive Neighbours fan. I don't know why. I don't know why I've got it in me, but it will be great. And apparently they have this bar in Melbourne where the Neighbours stars go and hang out after they've been filming. So we should be winding our way there, I'm sure.
Wide open highways. You sort of see all the films and you always see lots of stuff about America, and it's hard to imagine actually being there and doing those things. And you know, we've been to a few places in America, but it, you know, and it is like kind of being in a movie or something. You know, it's such a cliche, but it always feels like that. But I think just getting out and seeing more of the place, you know, it's such a huge country. I think getting out and seeing, you know, from one side of the country to another and properly touring, that's going to be fantastic. And you know, all we know about America is what we've seen on telly, so it'll be very interesting. I think we're probably excited as kind of as tourists, almost as much as we are about, you know, the whole sort of going to America and playing gigs thing.
You know, we're going up into Canada, we're going to LA and New York, and all across it's on a bus, and it is, you know, it's like, I guess it's just like a road movie or whatever.
So you're looking forward to...
You'll just be asleep.
Yes, I will be asleep. I either sleep or sing, and that's about it really in my life. So.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get bored too quickly. I mean, we're so excited about it, and you know, we're really, having sort of waited so long to be able to do these things, we'll have a great time, I'm sure.
And we'll take a soccer ball as well.
And a cricket bat.
Which is a bit like baseball.
We'll make them learn cricket.
Great fun. It was quite a relaxed tour for us because you know, obviously the pressure's on Travis less than us, and but it was great because, you know, we didn't really know what to expect, and we had like a half-an-hour set, and we went out, and pretty much every night the places were full. So I think the single was in the charts then, and people were beginning to become aware of us, and so everyone wanted to come in and check us out, which for a support band was fantastic. We couldn't really have expected much more, and I think we learnt quite a lot from Travis. They've had 4 fantastic albums, and you know, they're a great live band, and they, you know, there's so much to learn still and so much to achieve still. So it was quite a humbling experience as well.
We've got quite a lot of new stuff, but it's, I mean, obviously we've written loads and loads of songs sort of over the years, and we've got, even now we've got lots and lots of new songs, but it's, I don't know, it's the old thing of quality, not quantity. I think, you know, if we get a chance to make a second record, I think we want to make sure that it's really, really good and you know, better than this one, so we're not, you know, you always want to be taking a step forward and just keep working and writing and try and put together another set of songs that are, I don't know, about where we are at the time, I suppose.